Would you drive a car 400 kilometres with no visible means of steering? Stupid question, really. So why would a group of friends decide to ride 400 kilometres from Kalgoorlie to Rawlinna on horses with no reins? Well, the simple answer is, why not? What could possibly go wrong? I've started this film using some of the girls' own footage, introducing themselves and explaining why. They made a documentary which, unfortunately, is currently unavailable, from which I would like to share more. And I'm hoping that it will become available sometime in the near future. It is an amazing, inspirational story.
Well, the three of us have known each other for quite a number of years, but we really got to know each other better camping out at Kalgoorlie. And over breakfast, we said, why don't we ride out to the muster? And Susie said, let's do it rainless. And I went, okay. And we said, Jill will come. And that's where it started. I'm Robin, and this is Jasper. I fell in love with this one when I saw photos of him on the internet, and just had to have him.
Hi, I'm Gillian Johnston.
I'm Susie, and I'm riding Kubapedi, and he's the whitish horse, the funny coloured one.
I have my wine, I have my horse,
You don't have your reins?
and I have a horse that has a habit of bolting.
Everyone asks, how do you steer the horse? They also ask, what do you hang on to? What non-horse people don't realise is that the reins aren't there as security. They're not there to hold on to. They're not a handlebar. They are there to steer the horse and stop the horse and have various ways of controlling. What we do, we use our legs, our body, our minds. Sometimes all we have to do is think, turn, and I'll turn. Because if you think about it, I don't know whether you've ever seen a fly land on a horse's skin and they twitch like that. So they react to very small stimulation.
It's basically allowing an individual to make their own decisions. That's what it basically boils down to. In normal horsemanship, we control the horse. We tell it what to do, we tell it where to go, we tell it to do everything. You micromanage. In this particular scenario, you actually say to the horse, this is your responsibility and this is my responsibility, and you go from there. So that even though you do give cues, it's more sort of like a sophisticated sign language as opposed to actual commands. So even though, and it's actually safer because the horse can think a lot quicker. I mean, it can actually pick up on your emotional energy. So if you feel unsafe, it'll make you safe. Whereas under normal horsemanship, you have to tell them to make you safe. Whereas this way, they just sort it out. Most people think with a whip that we hit the horses with them, or we beat them around the head or something. But they're more of a guide. When you move on a horse's back, it creates a great deal of pressure. Even moving your head up and down like this is 12 kilos of pressure. So what the sticks do is if we want to reinforce something we're doing, we can actually just use it like a hand. So instead of like leaning forward and reaching, we just go down with the whip. So it's actually a way of making life easier for the horses.
The girls had various charities that they wished to support, and it was hoped that the ride would raise funds for those charities. The training commenced with getting the horses fit for walking the distance, and then getting the horses used to each other, used to heavy road noise, railway traffic, overcoming personal fears, riding into town to get the horses used to stimuli that would normally potentially spook them, and then finally removing the bridles. The training and preparation took 12 months. Unfortunately, Jill's horse broke down just prior to the journey, and instead of riding, she became an important part of the backup crew with Susie's husband Paul. It was April 2015, and I was driving out to Rawlina along the Trans Access Road for the Nullarbor Muster. I had been told there were some girls that were riding horses from Kalgoorlie to Rawlina, a distance of 400 kilometres. Naturally, you wonder why. Then I found their camp, which ironically was just a couple of kilometres from where I had camped overnight. As always, I had the camera rolling and the story unfolded. Go across the camp, and these are the girls that are doing the walk with the horses, I believe. Yeah, this is the support crew for the it's the REINLESS walk they're doing, basically. They decided to do it anyway, but then decided to try and raise money while they were doing it. And they're travelling out to Rawlina with these horses. They're raising money for Beyond Blue, Royal Flying Doctor Service, and for a melanoma group. So we will see them out at the muster. Why I pulled up to start with, come back, is because there's a floodway here. And there's a major stream across the road according to the map, and it's dry as a bone at the moment. At the point in time when I caught up with them, they had been travelling already for 5 days, and it had been raining all the time. This was the first day that there was a bit of respite from the weather.
Morning, day 5. A lovely morning, no clouds.
Jesus, what's that stuff up there?
What?
It's like blue or something.
No.
And a light. Oh my God.
Cooper's doing my head in. He seriously is. He's not lame in a walk, and he's not lame in a canter, but he says he's lame in a trot. Because I can't do anything about it if I don't know what to do. So we'll just keep an eye on it, and like I said, he's not showing any lameness at all in the walk. There's no heat in the leg, there's no heat in the shoulder. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of heat because they're working. I'm going to throttle him. That's what I'm going to do.
After his afternoon tea.
After his afternoon tea, I'm going to throttle him. Let's see how he goes this afternoon. The other thing is, every time I touch either leg, he gives it to me.
Yes, it's too well trained.
I do believe our horses are just up here. One of them. How's it going? Oh, just get off the road. There's someone coming. No, I'm on my own. How's it going? The trip's going along okay?
Yeah, he got a friction burn.
Yeah, they were telling me back at the camp that there was the problem, yeah.
Got a friction burn. I can't put a saddle on him, so I'm walking him out this morning.
Yeah,
This is really great fun.
I reckon. Can't ride him bareback.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'll wait and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Wait and see how he progresses.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, you know, this trip isn't about whether we make it. The trip is about the horses.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, absolutely. Actually, I should have the camera pointed back there. G'day, Buster. What's his name?
Hopefully, we had the wild horses here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just not sure. Added security.
Yes, yeah.
That's basically. But no, it's a good trip so far.
Oh, good stuff. seems that Cooper Petey doesn't have a lot of belief in himself. One of the things that Susie is really pleased about, as far as this walk is concerned, is it's proving to the horse that he can do it. Sometimes he lags behind, and then he'll suddenly pick up and come up. He'll give a big neigh. It's just really about self-belief. This walk is about the horses, it's not about the people. And this is a long walk for Susie. He's got a couple of problems. He's got a bit of saddle soreness. And he's got a bit of a problem with one hoof. But he's not being forced to do anything. He's got to do it all on his own back. So he's just walking and he's just following. Again, the country changes slightly. And here's our second horse person coming up. Yeah, this bloke's a bit of a show pony. He hears the traffic coming, he wants to turn around and have a look at it and talk about it. Well, he's decided to come down the road now to see what it is. Going the wrong way, Pooch. This bloke tends to be a bit of a camera hog, and he's also a very friendly person. So as soon as he hears a car coming or sees someone coming, he stops, turns around and wants to go and see them. Different personality altogether. Well, that rain that we had, it lasted 24 hours. It never was it heavy, well, not where we were anyway, but it certainly saturated everything. And this road, the other day, nice and firm and smooth, the day, it's got a mind of its own. It's not too bad just here, but let me tell you, it's grabbing and switching the car around. And I'm in four-wheel drive. It's, it's just... not a lot of rain, but enough. Doesn't take much to turn these roads into something else. There's a lot of traffic came through and it's chopped it up a wee bit here and there. We're nearly just 6 kilometres out of Naretha. We've decided to go into the camp and see where they camped and have a quick look at the shutdown and what's happening there. Then I'll come back and get some more footage of Robin from side on and that sort of thing. So, yeah, let's see what happens.
Two of the big things that we were worried about was wild dogs and wild camels. One, we didn't see either of those. We saw carcasses of wild camels, we saw prints of wild dogs, but we didn't actually see any of them.
I was just basically like talking to the dog, sort of howled a little bit, and that set the dogs off, and they sound like they could be probably up to 1 kilometre away. So We're not really happy because they can travel quite quickly. We'll be keeping a close eye on the horses to make sure they're protected well. Maybe even put float boots on the horses' legs to protect them from getting bitten by the dogs.
So Paul had set up a sensor light and he was ready to get up with his stock whip and chase them away if they appeared in camp. At 3 o'clock the next morning, wildlife did appear in the camp, but it wasn't the wildlife we had thought it was going to be. It was actually wild horses. And they came into camp. They must have been scared when the light came on and took off. Can only surmise this because we're all asleep. But our horses decided to take off after these wild horses. The thing that I clearly remember is Susie shouting, "This is the worst possible situation!" Nothing like, it'll be okay or anything. Just
There's some small, like little small colts, and they've headed off that way. You can see the tracks.
we had to chase them, and yeah, that was all very exciting.
And I think I've managed to clock up probably about, 4.5 Ks?
In work boots.
In work boots, yes.
Yeah, but we got them back, so it's all good.
So it turns out the cameraman who came out the other day is an ex-GWN7 cameraman, a guy called John Taylor. Apparently uses a variety of cameras. They're quite happy with the footage they got apparently, so that's good.
I'm holding on to them.
Can't trust them to be there when you want them.
Well, I'm pretty impressed JT made it back out actually.
Yeah, it's good jolly. You'll love the thing when it gets going.
You want this out now? Suze?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Getting so open. Did you know your whips?
There's Paul trundling along with all the stuff on board. The girls will be in front of him somewhere with the float. And here's the lunch stop for the day by the looks of things.
Just thwack in these there. I knew you were going to.
Yes, he is. It's, the athletic ones are the ones that generally do it.
Yeah. Because basically those clips, things you just put on then are overreach boots.
Yep.
And that's because he tends to overstep and clip the back of his heels.
Yeah, he gets excited and he moves forward very quickly. So he'll actually bring this leg past his front legs just to get forward momentum.
Right.
And if he stands on himself, it's called grabbing a quarter. It takes out the back of their foot, sort of like standing on the back of your heel. You know how painful that can be?
Yes.
Just imagine it with about 2 tons and a steel bit. So they've got shock absorption in the back of them built in. I think I'd rather have my reins. No, I think I'm driving the car with no brakes. That's big time, isn't it?
And been extended on.
Is your friend Jasper? Gosh. Hello. Yeah, probably a good idea. My God, take them.
I'm really glad. Well, no. The two things we're most worried about were dogs, wild camels. We haven't seen either. Yes. I'm actually a little bit disappointed. I'm not. I'm really happy with it. Because I think we've been really cool too.
That'll fly itself.
I love you, Susie.
That drive's actually flying itself now.
It's just hovering like that.
This is the camera, not for you.
We did it! We did it! we did it! Oh, and a rainless bit. We made it!
How you see this?
That was easy. Actually, I'm not. I can't believe we did it, and we're done. Cheers! Look at us!
Come on, you're 2 minutes too late.
That's it.
It wasn't just about the trek, you know, it wasn't just about getting from point A to point B on a horse with nothing on their heads. It was more about the growth and the journey and the friendships that we built along the way. And I think we did spectacularly at that. Yeah, we did. Oh, stop it. The biggest thing I got out of it was not to be so scared to attempt new things. I've always been a bit of a wallflower at doing new things. I've always thought that, you know, I wouldn't attempt something unless I knew I could actually do it. Whereas Susie and Robin are a bit more gung-ho than I was. And they sort of like have pulled me along on some of their adventures, and this was one of them. So much so now that 1 year on, I have sold all of my horses, and my husband and I have bought a 31-foot catamaran, and we have plans of living on board the boat and sailing the world. We talked about this quite a few years ago when we first got married, and I got scared. I thought about pirates, I thought about sharks, drowning, all that sort of stuff, and so I said no, we're not going to do it. And Derek eventually stopped talking about having the boat because we had the horses. It's something he's always wanted to do, and I knew that he still had the dream, so it was time to just take on a new challenge. So that's what we're doing. The new book, we'll be doing a blog which will be called Moggy Tales, and if anyone wants to follow along, that's great too. So that's my journey. I've changed a lot, and I've become a lot better at managing conflict as well. I'm a lot stronger. I'm able to say no a lot better and actually mean it and stick with it too. Do we feel that we may have taught someone something else by doing this? I hope so. I hope that, you know, it gives someone the courage to try something new, you know, this can be done. You can have a bond with an animal, and you don't necessarily need the bits in their mouth or the reins to have a good rapport or a good relationship with a horse. You don't need to do that if you build the basics. If you build the basis and the foundations first.
Yes, worldwide, people are looking at us and going, you can't do this, it just can't be done. And the answer is yes, it can, and horses are more than capable of thinking for themselves.
Having a goal is so important. Message that Beyond Blue gives through the Act, Belong, Commit is such a good message, because that's pretty much exactly what I did. I acted by saying, yes, I will become part of this dream. I belonged to this amazing team of 3 horses and 3 people, and I committed to that goal.
If the horse should knock a stick over, then that competitor is disqualified. Looks like over in lane 4 we've got a nice time.
If you enjoyed this video, you might like to check out this video, or maybe browse this playlist. There are now over 800 videos just like these on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll let you know when the next video is available. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment, and feel free to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.